In today's video, I'm going to share with you creative ideas on how to add the ribbon to your Christmas tree. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 ways on how to add ribbon to your Christmas tree. If you've been following the channel for any period of time, you know that I always start with the ribbon when I'm decorating my Christmas trees. Also, when I'm designing a Christmas tree, I always select the ribbon first and then I go from there to decorate any Christmas tree, mantle, garland, wreath. It is just the source of inspiration. As a matter of fact, I have a 3-step process on decorating a Christmas tree. Ribbon first, ornaments, and then picks, stems, and florals, which is going to be what gives your Christmas tree a beautiful designer look. But in this video, I selected 4 ideas on how to create beautiful Christmas trees, and I'm gonna share with you how to add the ribbon in 4 creative ways. So if you are interested in learning how to add ribbon to your Christmas tree, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends because that's free and it really helps the channel. And if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. Now, if you are already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on because you will not want to miss our Christmas season for 2023. It is going to be the biggest season yet, and I cannot wait to get started. Okay, so now that all of that is out of the way, I want to share our first idea on how to add ribbon to your Christmas tree step by step. Keep watching. Okay, so to get started with this beautiful Christmas tree in a gold and emerald green, I want to let you know that I always have a 3-step system, which is ribbons first, ornaments and ornamentations number 2, or step number 2, and finally step number 3 is going to be your picks and your stems, anything that just allows it to have more depth and dimension. So that's what we're going to do. We're gonna start with our ribbons today. And for that, I chose a beautiful gold glitter. I chose this beautiful ribbon that has some emerald green and gold and just an accent ribbon that we're going to use at the end. And I also want to mention that I always have my tools at the ready. I have my scissors right here, and then also a cup with my wire cutters and all of my wires and zip ties and all the things that I need to decorate a Christmas tree. So let me just shut up and get started. I know what you're thinking, Ramon, how can we start? When can we start? So the step number 1 is going to be our ribbons, like I mentioned to you before. And I just want to mention there's going to be a playlist of other Christmas trees that we've done in the past in the description box below for you to continue to be inspired as the Christmas season gets closer. And look how absolutely beautiful this ribbon is, you guys. It has a lame on the back and it's full of glitter on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna start at an angle. Remember that if your ribbon is a 4-inch ribbon, then you cut at an angle. If your ribbon is at 2.5 or less, you cut at a dovetail. So what we're going to do is I'm gonna go over to this side. I'm gonna pinch right here and I'm gonna start at the top. I have some big ornaments that I'm gonna put on this tree, so I'm going to make sure that I'm very spare with my ribbon. I just want it to be a touch of it this time. So I'm gonna do a 2-loop bow and then I'm gonna twist. I'm gonna grab my wires and I'm gonna actually set them out here so I can have access to them. I'm gonna grab a wire and wire this together very tightly. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start right here on the top. Now, if you guys don't know how to put the ribbon and the wires on your ribbons, I have a full tutorial on how to ribbon your Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, this ribbon is so beautiful in person, you guys. It's just glistening on my eyes. So basically what you do is a 2-loop bow right here. And then what you want to do is you want to give some body to this right here, this ribbon. And you're going to pinch and you're going to go all the way into your Christmas tree, and that's what's going to create this loop right here. And you just grab one of those bristles and then you tie with it. So I'm gonna do it one more time. You wanna give it some body like this. And as I explained to you guys on the video where I explained the ribbons and the Christmas trees, which by the way, if you guys have not seen that video, you have got to go check it out. I'm gonna link it out right now, right here, so you can go see it after this video and also in the description box below. I explained which Christmas tree to buy, what kind of ribbons to put in, and how many lights. It is so informational, and I really enjoy sharing that with you guys. So I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna grab my scissors over here. I'm gonna do 2 loops and then I'm gonna cut a little tail, and remember to cut at an angle like this. And we're just gonna leave it there. And because we cut at an angle, well then our ribbon is ready for the next loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch. This ribbon is from Shinoda Design Center, and it is absolutely glorious, you guys. I just love the hand on it and the look, and the lame on the back is just exquisite. I'll tell you if I can find out see how much it is, but it is super, super affordable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another wire, and I'm going to do one right here in the front coming down. I'm gonna grab my bristle, and with this wire that I attach the bow, I just go twice to the left, and look how beautiful that looks, your fluff. And so now what I want to do is I'm gonna come right here to the front, and remember to give it some body, because that's what's going to create that wave that is going to look like a designer came to your home and did it. And you know what, if I can do it, so can you guys. It all takes is practice, and I promise you, if I can do it. I asked Jameson the other day, I was like, do you think that you can do this if I just teach you how to do it? And he's like, yeah, probably take him a little bit, but you know what, if I can do it, so can anyone. All you have to do is keep practicing. By the way, thumbs up for Jameson behind the camera. He is being our cameraman. We have so many videos to record, and he just offered to help, and I really appreciate the help. So give Jameson some thumbs up for helping. All right, so I'm gonna do one more, you guys. So I'm gonna do a third right here. Oh my gosh, I cannot get over how beautiful this ribbon really is. I'm gonna have to go buy me some so I can put on my stash. I have a ribbon stash. All right, so we have two, one going to the left. Remember, what happens on the left happens on the right, and what goes up must come down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach one right here, right about the middle of my tree. And I'm gonna go back with my wire. We're going to fluff this bow. Look how beautiful. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come straight down, kind of at an angle. But remember to give that body to the ribbon. That is the secret to have this beautiful designer look. Look at that. And because it is a 4-inch width, and it's something that I explained to you on the video, because it is a 4-inch width, look how much of this covers. So you really don't have to buy a whole lot of ribbon. So basically I'm going to just cut right here at an angle. Cut like this, and I'm just gonna leave that like that. And then I'm gonna do it again on this side. So what I was gonna tell you is, because it is a 4-inch ribbon, then you don't have to spend but one. If you have, this is about a 5-foot tree. If you're doing a 7 or 7.5-foot tree, I would do 2 bolts. So that's about how many bolts of this ribbon you could add. And then if you are doing an accent for a 2.5-inch, you probably need about 2 bolts as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go right about here, and I'm gonna go all the way in, because I want my branch to kind of fold my bows like this. Look how beautiful that is. Then I'm gonna give it another loop like this, and I'm going to attach right about here. Just folding one of those branches is so easy. And I'm going to cut right here. And look at that, we didn't even use the whole bolt. I have a lot of ribbon left that we're gonna save to the side in case that I need to do something else, perhaps on the top, or just do some loops. I want to see if that had the price. No, it doesn't, but I know it's about $12 for that beautiful ribbon, so it's really not that bad. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to introduce our emerald green, and I am obsessed. I'm not just saying that. Look how glorious this is. It has all of the emerald green, a lame back on the back. I'm gonna drop that on the floor. I'm gonna once again cut on an angle. Remember, if it is a 4-inch, we cut on an angle. If it is a 2.5, we cut at a dovetail. It just makes it look more stylized and just more finished. All right, because I did loops of 2s, what I'm going to do with this beautiful, oh my God, it's so pretty. I'm just gonna do loops of 1. And so this is what's gonna make our whole bow. And what we want to do is we want to follow that pattern that we did. Not pattern, but like that motion that we have right here. So I'm gonna introduce this right here in the middle of my bow. Grab my bristle, and look how it looks like it grew just with the other loops. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat everything that I just did with this green right here. Like this. I'm gonna do 2 loops, and remember to give it a lot of body. And I'm gonna attach right here. And look at that, how beautiful is that? Okay, so I'm going to continue adding this emerald green ribbon, and I'll be right back with you. Basically, I'm just going to repeat everything that I did. Keep watching. Now, wasn't that fun? I am telling you, selecting the Christmas ribbon, it's my favorite part about decorating any Christmas tree. Adding the ribbon to your Christmas tree is the first step, and it really lays the foundation for Christmas decorating this year. By the way, have you given this video a thumbs up? Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. And for our next Christmas decorating tree, how to add the ribbon in a different way, I'm going to share with you a selection of beautiful ribbons and patterns to create some interest in this beautiful Christmas tree. Let's take a look. All right, you guys, so before I start with the ribbon, what I want to mention real quick is as I went ahead and added my biggest ornaments on the tree, I have a collection of these red lanterns. We're gonna put some real candles, actually a flameless candle, on the large ones, and the small ones already come with an LED candle. Then I added all of these bigger ornaments, and I just went ahead and stuffed them all the way into the tree so they don't stick out too much, because we're gonna go ahead and add the ribbon next. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get started, and I'm gonna, as you know, drop it on the floor. Have your tools ready. So I have my scissors, my wire cutters, and then also my wires are really close to me. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give this mesh ribbon a little dovetail, because we always have to start with a dovetail. If you've been watching this channel, then you know that no ribbon should not go on any tree wreath swag and dovetail, because if I come to your house and if I see it, I'm gonna do it for you. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and layer all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and add the red one last. Oh, see, I almost put it up there without dovetailing. So just real quick dovetail. And then also I wanna let you know that in the next few episodes, we're going to a customer's home to decorate for their Christmas. And it's gonna be so gorgeous because the staircase that we're gonna decorate is just absolutely grand and so big, and it's gonna be so much greenery, so much lights, so many ornaments and ribbons that I cannot wait for you guys to see, so you have to stay tuned. So I'm gonna go ahead and layer these 3 like this. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pinch right here. And this time I'm gonna grab a wire and I'm gonna wire all of this together. Just twist it real quick. So that way we can use our little wire to attach to our tree. Now, sorry if I disappear, but I do have to get on this little stool. So I'm gonna go ahead and add over here to the top. Just grab one of your bristles and twist this around and secure it right there. And split your ribbons like this. Then what I want you to do is grab all of your ribbons together, give them a little poof like this. Just grab some of your bristles right here and twist, and then separate them like this. So you can see all ribbons, and because the mesh one is see-through, that's why I want you to put it first, so the ones on the back actually show better. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a step down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and give it another loop right here, a really big one. And I'm gonna go as far in as I can on the tree, like this, so it looks intentional. Grab one of my bristles, just make sure that I twist them right here. And then I'm gonna separate the opposite way. So now the red one on this side, gold steel in the middle, and the harlequin on this side. I've ran out of this ribbon, but that's fine, because here, instead of doing another loop, I'm just gonna go ahead and dovetail them. So I'm gonna grab my scissors, dovetail right here, and here, and then this red one even longer, like this. And just let them hang, but give them a little curvature so they hang down like this. How cute is that? All right, so now what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm gonna grab my other harlequin ribbon, and I have a brand new bolt right here that I have to open. thumbs up if you guys are enjoying these 12 days of Christmas. I'm super excited. We still have so many projects to go. We're doing a swag in front of our entryway. We're doing another swag right here with picks and ornaments. We still have all that customer house to decorate. We're doing the giveaway, so stay tuned for the giveaway coming up in another video. So there's still a lot to go. And I just really hope that you guys are being inspired to create something beautiful in your homes for the holidays. All right, so let me see. I had the red one on the back. Make sure that they all look like they did before. We're gonna dovetail all of our ribbons. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pinch right here, grab one of my wires. Now there's so many ribbon techniques that you can choose from, but I just figured this would be so much fun. So what I'm going to do with this particular one is where I ended right here, I'm gonna now bring it over to this side. So I'm gonna grab my 2 wires. I'm going to connect to where I left off just by twisting one of my bristles like this. We separate the tails so they show all of them. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my ribbons, and now I'm gonna come this way. And I'm gonna do 2 big loops. And remember to just give them a lot of space to flow so you have a lot of movement. Then I'm gonna pinch right here, and I'm gonna go as far in as I can. Actually, I need it to be bigger. That's what I like about these bigger trees, because the loops really show, as you guys can see. Look at that, how pretty is that? Then just grab some of your bristles and twist that around. And so now I'm gonna separate this like this. Make sure that all of my ribbons are showing. And these are the exact same ribbons that we're using for our mantle that is coming up. I think it'll be our next video after this one. So if you guys want to decorate your mantle, I really recommend to stay tuned for this series, because we're doing so many projects. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dovetail right here. And then I'm gonna leave this one even longer. All right, so at this point, I really recommend you step back and reassess where you need your next ribbon. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start one right here on the side and then one down, and I'll be right back with you, so stay tuned. All right, so now that our ribbons are laid, and I think this turned out absolutely gorgeous with all of the glitter, and this red ribbon that looks like a Santa coat is just absolutely gorgeous. So the thing that I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add some of these really oversized ornaments, and I'm gonna look for prominent spots that are empty, like this right here. And just by grabbing that wire, as you guys can see, you don't have to twist a lot. The wire really disappears, and I'm gonna go ahead and look for another spot like right here to make sure that we're starting to fill in those gaps. As you guys can see, this red really helps. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to this side and add one right here. And then also we have these white ones that I absolutely love, and this also will help fill in the gaps like right here. See, and what I like about doing all this pre-wiring is because you can just grab your ornament, find the space where you need. Let's see, this is getting tight. And that's what I like about putting the ribbon first, because if you put your ribbon first, then you fill in a lot of the dead spaces on your tree like that. Look at that. How cute is that? All right, I have a few more of this one. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and add. You wanna save these big pointy stems or bristles to hang your dangly ornaments, and I'll show you in a second. But let me find another spot right here. And I'm gonna add a white ornament. These white ornaments, the tree is flat, so they're really just helping to fill in some of those gaps. You know what, I'm gonna grab my step stool. Sorry if I disappear. To add this one over to the top. This is a 7.5 foot tree, and it is perfect size for this room because I like my tree to look oversized. And as you guys can see, this is sitting on the top of a sleigh, so it's probably about 8 foot tall all the way to the ceiling, and I just absolutely love the way this look. All right, so let me stand back a little bit. I'm gonna go over to this side one more time. The other thing is, like, you don't want to repeat them too close. You want to distribute the red all evenly. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put it right here on the back, because that is coming from the dining room, so you get to see it. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of the ornaments ready and I'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. Okay, I have to admit, this particular Christmas tree, it's one of my favorite themes that I've ever done. The black and white Harlequin ribbon, the beautiful red with a white edge that looks like a Santa coat, added with a beautiful glitter sheer ribbon in gold was just absolutely yummy. I love that look and I really hope that you like it as well. Now let me tell you, our next Christmas tree and how to add the ribbon, it's one of my favorite ways to add ribbon to a Christmas tree because you will not need any ornaments, only ribbons and picks, and you will have yourself a gorgeous Christmas tree this holiday season. Let's watch. All right, so to decorate this beautiful Christmas tree here in my dining room, the first thing I want to do is add some ribbons, and I'm going to use the same lame back, beautiful velvet one, and then also some of the plaid one that we used on the wreath and all throughout the room. So what I'm going to do is super simple. You guys have seen me do this before. So I'm going to do one single loop because this is a 4-inch wired ribbon, and remember that I always like to have all of my tools at the ready. So you do one single loop and then you attach this real quick by twisting like this. So you're gonna have one loop like this, and we're gonna start right here on the front. Let me get my sleeves ready. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here on the top. I'm gonna grab my wire and swirl it all the way around this tree right here. And then what you want to do is you want to give it a little bit of give, and then you're going to create a loop like this, and then you're going to do it again. So give it a little bit of body, go down again, and then create another loop right here. And so that's going to give us 2 loops, and I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to dovetail. Actually, on this one I'm going to cut it as slant. Remember, if your ribbon is 4 inches and wider, just cut it as slant. There's no need for a dovetail. I was telling you guys when I made the wreath that this ribbon is going to retire this year because it's pretty old, and I'm trying to use what I have, which I encourage you to use what you have already. If you have to invest, then invest in a good quality ribbon, because this ribbon I used in my mom's home tour. If you guys remember, that was 2019. 20, 21, 22. So that's over, and I already had used it once. So I've used it for 4 years. So it's a good quality ribbon, so that lasts longer, right? So I'm gonna come over to this side. I'm gonna go one step down, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm going to grab one of those bristles and give myself a loop and a tail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do another loop right here. I'm gonna grab my branch and twist. And then I'm going to do yet another one right here. I'm gonna grab a branch and I'm going to twist like this, and then I'm gonna just leave this little tail right here. So that's all the one that I have left from using. So this is what I have left on my bolt. So I'm gonna cut it a slant right here. And I just wanna take a second to thank you guys so much for this wonderful Christmas season. Are you having fun? Are you being inspired? I've had so much fun so far, and I am so looking forward to the home tour, and that's coming up really soon. If you guys have not seen how I decorate my main Christmas tree, it was absolutely spectacular, and I really recommend you go check it out. And also I'll show it to you on my Christmas home tour coming up really soon. I could not be more excited. Last year's home tour, if you have not seen, you can check it out down below and somewhere here on the screen. It was all crystals. I called it a frozen Christmas, and it was all crystals. It was all white. It was spectacular. So this year we did a 180-degree turn, and we went with the most colorful pattern that I can find for Christmas, which is a plaid, a classic plaid. All right, so I'm gonna do one loop right here, and then I'm gonna do another one, and remember to kind of tie them together like that. And I'm gonna cut right here a slant, And so I have one, two, I'm gonna move over to this side right here. Let me grab a wire while I do that. But as I was telling you, last year's holiday tour, it's perhaps one of my favorite Christmas that I've ever done. As I told you when I made the wreath, I used to go out decorating people's homes for the holidays, and it was perhaps my favorite job that I've ever had. And I really hope and I pray to God that, you know, in the future I'm able to have my own business. I'm putting it out on the universe in order to be able to go out and help people decorate their homes and have my own business so I can, you know, bring the product and just help you guys if you live in the area to decorate your home. And it's always been my dream since I can remember to just do that. And I've been able to do it. I've been blessed enough to be able to do it working for others. But this year I'm putting it out and I'm praying that I'll be able to do that in the future because I really do enjoy decorating homes. And you know, my favorite part about when I worked at the store where I worked, we did a full makeover for Christmas, and my favorite part was the open house, because people would come and they would tour the store, and we worked so hard to get the store ready. We definitely did a full makeover. We painted the walls, we like cleared the floor, we dressed it for Christmas. I'm gonna put a few pictures here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Actually, I'm gonna link a video of a Christmas open house that we did. You guys have got to check it out. It was so much fun. You'll see the store all decked out. But what I was gonna tell you, that my favorite thing was always to hide and then to look at people's reactions, because to me, you know, I love so much what I do that if I didn't have to pay my bills, I'd probably definitely do it for free because I love it so much. But so my favorite part was to just hide and to look at people's faces when they came into the store and just loved everything that we did. So I love that job, and I really hope to be able to do it sometime again, but in my own store. All right, so I ran out of ribbon right here. I'm gonna drop that right there. So I'm gonna do a fourth loop on this one just so I don't have to cut my ribbon, even though I'm gonna pitch it. This is the last of it. And then I'm gonna cut right here at a slant. And I'm going to end right there. So far we have a lot of ribbon. That's good. I want to be able to see some of the tree. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my accent ribbon towards the end. So I'm going to leave it right here. We're not doing that. We're going to move on to branches. Let me get them all ready and I'll be right back. Keep watching. Okay, so far so good. That's how simple it really is to decorate a beautiful Christmas tree, but we're going to add the last step, and that's going to be our last ribbon, you guys. And this plaid ribbon, it's so good. I was telling you when I did the wreath that I have right here. That's why I continue to say wreath, because I have it right here on my side, so I cannot stop looking at it. It's so beautiful. If you guys have not seen it, go check it out. But a good quality ribbon does really make a difference. Now remember, this is a 2.5 inch, so I'm gonna cut at an angle or a dovetail. I'm gonna put my scissors on my pocket. And also what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do tails, but the tails that I did on the wreath, they were really short. So what I'm going to do, actually I'm gonna drop it on the floor. And I wanna do some 2 bow tails. So basically what I'm gonna do is just do a few bows like this, and then I'm gonna cut a tail. And I'm gonna grab my wire. Look how important it is to have your tools at the ready. This literally, you guys, is how long it's taken me to decorate a tree, about 10 minutes. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can to be productive. I have so much to do, a tablescape, a coffee table, oh my God, it's so much, but I'm having so much fun. All right, so I'm gonna go like this, and so I'm gonna introduce this. Well, I'm gonna start right here on the bottom. So I'm gonna put it right here, and basically just grab that wire and twist it into your bristle like that. See, and that's gonna give us some of this plaid. We're gonna start another one, and I'm going to just cut. And you know what? Even though I like that bow there, I decided that what I'm going to do is just single loop bows. 2 things, your ribbon's gonna last you way longer because the bows are simpler. And I really do like that texture that it adds. And actually I'm gonna take that one at the end, and I'm gonna redo it because I really do like just the simple loop bow. It really adds a lot of texture, and just make sure that you dovetail this guy right here. How long does it take you to decorate your Christmas tree? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. It really can take me from 20 minutes up to like 3 hours to decorate one Christmas tree. It really does depend on how tall and what we're putting in it. But because this doesn't have enough ornaments or a lot of ornaments, I like to add a lot of ribbons like this. And the ribbon becomes kind of part of an ornament. As you guys can see, it just adds that plaid. It gives it a few tails. It gives it some texture and movement. But I have taken up to 3 hours, you guys, to decorate a Christmas tree. It was so packed with ornaments. Oh my gosh, there were so many ornaments. And I didn't want to last that long, but I did. And it was glorious by the time we got done. And I cannot wait to share with you the, you guys remember the last year I asked for you to send me ornaments, because I'm gonna show you how to decorate a beautiful Christmas tree with all ornaments that you may already have, heirloom ornaments, your kids' ornaments. So that tree is coming up really soon. We're just getting basically started with the month of November and all of our Christmas decorating. And I am having a blast working on the house home tour for this year. And I cannot wait for you guys to see the whole house put together. I think it's going to turn out absolutely beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go right here in the middle and I'm gonna pull in as far as I can. I'm gonna twist that, and look, it just adds that little touch of plaid. It doesn't really need a lot. This is too much. I feel like the bow is too much. So simple loops really do make a statement, as long as you leave this tail long, because that's what gives it that, that texture. And you guys, this ribbon was like $6. So I'm gonna use all of it. And then I'm gonna go buy more because I really love it. And I wanna have it for next year. For if we do any plaid projects, then I already have my ribbon and I don't have to be looking for it. And I'm looking at the wreath right now, you guys. It turned out so beautiful. It has so much of this ribbon and all these ornaments. It was just so nice. And it really does help if you dovetail your ribbon. All right, so I'm gonna go over to this side and I'm gonna add one maybe right here, and just make sure that you go all the way in on the branch and then let it dance out like that, and just let it curl like that, and it gives it some texture. And I feel like we need one right here on the top. I'm gonna add a few more and I'll show you the end result, so keep watching. Are you learning any tips or tricks on how to add the ribbon to your Christmas tree? I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below and let me know which of these trees and the way that we add the ribbon was your favorite. And if you made it this far and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, because it really is free and it helps the channel. And don't forget to share it with your friends on your social media to invite them to come and join us for the Christmas season 2023. All right, so now we're going to watch the last idea on how to add a ribbon to your Christmas tree in a very different way. For this particular design, I did something very wispy on the Christmas tree, and the ribbon is just a chef's kiss. Let's watch. All right, I'm back. So what I need to do is dovetail. You know, we always start our ribbons by dovetailing them so they're finished. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be something different. We've done loops going like this. Well, we're going to do something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do maybe a single loop. I'm going to do a single loop because I don't want this ribbon to be so overpowering on the tree. I want it to be simple because it's more of a woodsy theme, so I don't want it to be too glammy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here and I'm going to add this, but not on the very top. I'm going to grab a branch. I'm just going to push all the way in and I'm going to attach right there. So basically just one loop. All right, everyone. So the next thing I'm going to add, after I added the ribbon, the magnolia, and the long needle pine needles, I want to add some of these really ginormous pine cones that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I want them to really come out like this on the tree, so they really show. So what I'm going to do is I have a pipe cleaner on them because they're long, and so I'm going to go in here and I just want to let them rest on my tree, but I want to make sure that I attach it to a bristle right here on the back. So I want them to really show because they're very natural. Let's see, where else do I need one? I need one right about here. Maybe right about here. Just stick your hand in there and grab a bristle and attach it so it doesn't come crashing down on you in the middle of your Christmas celebration. We don't want that. That's a no-no. It's happened to me before, like that. And then I'm going to add yet another one up here on the top. Probably right here. I'm gonna remove this magnolia and I'll put it back in just so it covers some of the mechanics, but I want it right here. So what I need to do is move and finesse all of this. And remember, we always go back and fluff at the end. We will not leave this house without fluffing all of our ornaments. Now I'm gonna add this magnolia back in here, like that. And as you can see, it just covers some of that mechanic. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some of these really natural ornaments that look almost like pine cones, but they're not. And I'm just gonna add those all throughout the Christmas tree so they look very natural. I'm gonna go over to this side. And so you just wanna find the bristle like here and then attach it. And here's a secret. If you want it to look like it's just growing from the branch, just swirl it around and let it rest like that. I also wanna add some towards the bottom so I keep elongating the shape of my tree. So I'm gonna add one right here. And I'm going to add another one over here, like that. And I'm going to add, let's see, where do I need another one? I feel like we need another one right over here. Just let your eye dictate where is it that the ornament wants to live, like that. All right, so now I'm gonna bring in some ornaments and I'll be right back. Stay tuned, I think you're gonna like it. Okay, what's gonna give this tree a bit of a glam look is going to be a few of these gold ornaments. So you guys know that I like to wire them together, and I'm gonna start on this side over here and I'm gonna add one. I just wanna make sure that I push it in so it's not sticking out from the tree and it's not taking away from the shape. I feel like I need another one probably right here. And what I like about these ornaments is that they are larger than normal. This is your large, medium, and small. Anything smaller than this, I would not put on a tree like this because you would lose the impact of it. So I'm gonna add one right here. And look how I'm pushing all the way in. So they basically just peekabooing into my tree. I'm gonna add another one. Let's see, and I have to kind of get away from it to see where is it that I need the ornament to live. So I'm gonna add one right here. And I just stick my hand in there and look for a bristle and then just attach it once or twice and let it hang out like this. All right, so now I'm gonna add a few red ones, and I'm just gonna add two because we have a lot of red with the ribbon. So I'm going to add, remember when you're adding ornaments, you wanna cluster them together so they are living together like this. And they look, well, they show better than if you were to just polka dot ornaments all throughout the tree. So I'm gonna add one right here. And now I'm gonna move on to just a few green ones. I wanna add about 5 of the green ones to kinda represent the green on the ribbon and to also give us that traditional look that we're going for. So I'm gonna attach one right here. Okay, if you've been following Ramon at home for any amount of time, and if you've seen any of my decorating Christmas trees, you know that I do not do a Christmas tree without flyaways. And for this particular tree, I found some of these beautiful flyaways at our local store. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start adding those, and I'm gonna start right here on the top. Remember to give them a little bit of a curvature like this. I'm gonna do it this way so you guys can see the glitter. So basically I'm gonna start up here on the top. And what this is going to do is gonna give it that three-dimensional feel to your tree. And I'm gonna add one right here. And it's gonna start to create that beautiful designer look on your Christmas tree that you are looking for. Look at that. It's just gonna add that sparkle, that touch that it needs. And you just let your eye dictate where is it that you want your flyaways to live. So basically you have garland, ornament, ribbon, flyaway. If you can get a hold of all those 4 items, you're always gonna have a gorgeous design Christmas tree. And I am loving the way this looks. I'm gonna add one right here. And don't be afraid to like lift some of the things that you have in it. Go ahead and fluff it and insert the things that you need to insert because that's what's gonna give your tree life. And I cannot wait. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because I want to see your pictures. I want to see your Christmas tree. Send me a DM. Send them to me on Facebook. I really want to see what you've done this holiday season. Look at this, you guys. It's all about the flyaways. I have a few more that I'm going to add. I'm going to add one right here. Remember to fluff like this. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Right, I'm going to add one right here on the back. I have a few more I'm gonna add. I'm gonna give it a fluff and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, so I want to show you a close-up of what the tree looks like, all decorated in a traditional woodsy theme. I love the way this turned out with the big pine cones and the glitter on the stems, the ribbon, and all of the ornaments. It just turned out so beautiful. The magnolia just gives it that very natural feel. And the ribbons are very traditional to Christmas, which makes me want to go somewhere and have a coffee and sit outside on a woodsy park. I hope you guys like it. I cannot wait to read your comments.